Welcome back to the Handy Landlord. So today I am working on this pedestal sink. I'm an expert. I've installed 1.5 of them. The 0.51 broke. So just play it. The other landlord that I work for, he uses a lot of these pedestal sinks. Thought I would give it a go on a few of my properties and see how it goes. There's a couple different leg options you can get, different tops too at Home Depot. So you have the smaller top, you have a bigger top. This one's I think $80 and this one is $40. Of course I went with the $40 one and not the $80 one. This is the $40 one. Bathroom is mostly done. Put all the shower surround in, put the toilet in, flooring, all. Just a ton of work. These are both Aragon faucets. This one's probably a year, maybe 2 years old. It's been riding around in my van for quite some time. Check it out. You have copper lines. You have metal and nuts down there to tighten it up. This is the new one. You have plastic lines. You still have the metal rod coming out, and then they give you these plastic. Let's get this installed.
Let's get doing.
All right, so right here I have the sink. I'm gonna use this new faucet. We'll see how it goes. Plumber's putty right here. Roll it into a snake. You can also use caulk in this situation. I don't like to use caulk because whenever I come back to do service or replace the faucet, it's a mess. It's hard to get off and all of that. All right, then you slip it down through the holes. You just take the little nut thing. I want to flip it over, make sure it's straight, make sure it's in line with your hole, and then look up here, make sure it's straight. Mine's a little bit tilted, so kind of tweak that a little bit, and then snug it up all the way. But this is what you got to watch for. I made a mistake. There's a little lip right there. The black thing needs to go back some, so I have to loosen the bolts and then retighten it and push this back and line it up. The little trick is to use a little screwdriver or a utility knife. Go around there, and I put the little point right down there in the around the faucet, and it makes it come out so much easier. You might actually see me wearing safety glasses a little bit more frequently. Actually, I don't even know if I told my wife. I had a little piece of metal that flew into my eye, and it was kind of a close call, and I had to get it out. And then one day after that, I feel like I'm being sent signs or something, but one day after that, I had a piece of metal come up and hit my lip. And both times I wasn't wearing safety glasses, hit my lip and like cut my lip. I was using a drill bit, and the tip of the drill bit hit a screw that was screwed in from the backside on the cabinet and came up and hit my lip. Boom, boom, this all goes like that, like that. This is the only piece you need right now. Need a little bit of plumber putty. I like to roll it into a little rope and then put it right around that top piece, just like that. Just like that, right there. So this little piece right here will go down in the hole. Pipe dope. I like to apply a small amount of pipe dope right here, all around there. And I also like to apply just a little bit right there. And I understand that this isn't where it's making a seal. I just think that these threads up here at the top are pretty much junk, and just make it a little bit, hopefully make it a little bit better connection. What you're trying to do is thread it into the piece that you just put on from the front. Yeah, just make sure not to cross thread it. Tighten it up all the way, hold that piece. This piece pointing towards the back of the faucet, so towards the supply lines, and then you will tighten up this nut right here. And that will make a seal between here and here, which is what you need. So now we need to install the pop-up assembly. So first what I do is take this and stick this through this hole right here, right in there, and see it. So I stuck it through the hole. You can see it right there. Now you take this little piece, grab this, Make sure it won't come out. So that means it's clipped in there and that this is working. All right, almost there. Now you take this little rod, slide it through this hole. You clip this onto there. You can kind of see where you want it. You guys saw that. Just a little bit of extra here. I always like to cut some of that off because it's just way too much extra. It can hit the wall and do a lot of 16-inch supply lines. Had to get a quick drink of coffee. All right, 16-inch supply lines. All right, you don't have to rip the tags off. I just do, I don't, whatever. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. All right, I'm holding this piece on these two flat sections with this little 6-inch wrench, threading on these supply lines. This is what I have, 16-inch, 1/2 inch to 3/8. All right, so we're almost ready to install it. We have the pop-up in, we have the faucet in, everything is tightened down, we have the pop-up assembly in. I'm trying to do all this because with the pedestal sink, there's just a lot less room to work. So I have the supply lines in, I have you know, everything I can possibly get in beforehand in. With two different setups, it comes with these bolts right here. I guess if you're not hitting anything, I believe that I have wood back there, so I'm using this setup with the washers. Whoa, don't break it. So looking here, I'm gonna say that's pretty good. Now this is not any level. This is a Johnson box level. It's not your typical I-beam level. This is high-end stuff here we're talking. I don't want anybody to get, you know, confused about my quality of work here. Just what I thought, so I thought I had to go over just a little to the left. I'm normally pretty good with my eyeballs, but I think it needs to go over about 1/2 inch to the left. Okay, that's absolutely perfect. Take these lag bolts, I'm gonna mark. Gonna mark each hole. Okay, nothing. Now you're not gonna believe me when I say this, but these are 10 millimeters. All right, so I enlarged this hole. This hole's hitting wood. It's hilarious. There's a stud literally right here, and there's a stud right here. So I'm just missing it. Pretty interesting. But this is how I have it set up. I have it already on the back of the sink, the washers, and then I have this flip open job. Put some glue on this back face. All right, I'm using this premium P1 whatever.
Got a few dabs on here.
All right, let's put this faucet on. Put this sink in. I hate these type of anchors. I absolutely hate them. I'll bring you guys back. I absolutely hate these wing type open hangers. I can't stand these hangers. Okay, so here we go. I finally got it in there. Jeez Louise. All right. All right, so this one I ended up just kind of angling it up a little bit. Worked out. Now I'm hooking up the P-trap. This is an 1¼ inch P-trap. I went ahead and already cut off a huge section here because I don't need that much. This type has a built-in washer into the nut itself, so if you don't see a washer, that's why. This is kind of tricky to do. See if I can get it on camera. Actually, the camera is gonna help me do this. Whoops. Goes just like that. And then this, you just wanna make sure you get it the right way. Just like that. Tighten up all these nuts. So right back here might be a little bit tricky. See what I'm doing, but I'll get it. Hook up your hot and cold lines and snug them down with your channel locks. That one over there I twisted, and this one I just kind of snaked back here. Kind of tricky getting them hooked up and out of the way.